Hi boys and girls, so I'm doing the review for topic 10, okay? So the review for topic 10. I'm going to start with number 1. It says, Julian placed 8 of her 32 DVDs on a shelf in her room, which shows the fraction of DVDs on her shelf in simplest form, okay? So remember, when you see the word simplest form, you are going to use this mat and you are going to divide your fraction once you get it, okay? So I'm going to put divide and I'm going to put mat. Okay, you're going to use the mat. So when we're doing a fraction, your total is going to be the denominator. Your total is the number on the bottom. So it says Julian placed 8 of her 32 DVDs. 32 is your total. And she placed 8 of them, so part of it's going to be your numerator. Okay, so when you're doing a fraction, your total goes on the bottom, the other part goes on top. Okay, so remember, the top number is your numerator, bottom number is your denominator. So now I need to put this fraction in simplest form. So I'm going to divide, I'm going to use the mat, okay? So I'm going to go to my mat, I'm going to put 8 here, I'm going to put 32 here, okay? So now I need to find 2 numbers that I can multiply to get 8. I have 1 times 8, I have 2 times 4, and I believe that's it. For 32, I have 1 times 32, I have 4 times 8, and I believe that's it. So now I'm going to put the numbers in the circles. For 8, I have 1, 8, 2, 4. For 32, I have 1, 32, 4, 8. Okay, now I'm going to circle the numbers they have in common. They both have a 1, put that in the middle. They both have a 4, put that in the middle. And they both have an 8, put that in the middle. The biggest number they have in common is an 8. So I'm going to go back to my fraction and I'm going to divide each number by 8. Okay? 8 divided by 8. Remember, if you don't know, ask yourself, what times 8 gives you 8? That'd be 1. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. 32 divided by 8, same thing. What times 8 gives you 32? That would be 4. So 32 divided by 8 is 4. So that means that my fraction in simplest form is 1/4, D. So now I'm going to move on to number 2. Number 2 says, Lindsay is making cupcakes for a party. She frosted 1/3 of the cupcakes. If she frosted 6 of the cupcakes so far, how many total cupcakes is she making? Okay. So she's frosted 1/3. I'm going to write 1/3 right here. And it's saying if she's frosted 6 cupcakes so far, how many total cupcakes is she making? So I'm going to put a fraction bar here. My 6 is going to go on top, okay? My 6 right here is going to go on top. Now I need to figure out what number goes in this box, okay? To do this problem, I need to cross multiply, okay? I need to do the butterfly, okay? So I'm going to start with 3 times 6. If I do 3 times 6, I get 18. That means that whatever number is here, if I multiply it by 1, okay, whatever number is here, if I multiply it by 1, I should also get the same number, 18. So what times 1 will give me 18? Okay, that will be 18. So in this box, I will have 18 because 18 times 1 gives me 18. And these numbers both match, so that's when I know I got the answer right. The answer is 18, okay? When we are putting this in the grid, you're going to put your 1 here, your 8 here, okay? Okay, 18. Okay, number 3. Number 3 says, which pairs of fraction is equivalent? Equivalent just means equal. It wants to know which pairs, so A, B, C, D, they're both in pairs. You have one fraction here, one fraction here, one fraction here, one fraction here, so forth. They want to know which pairs are equal. For this problem, I'm going to do cross multiply. Okay, so I'm going to start with A. 2 times 5 is 10. 9 times 1 is 9. So I have a 9 and I have a 10. Those numbers are not equal, so A is not my answer. Let's do B. For B, I have 4 times 5, I get 20. I have 6 times 3, I get 18. These numbers are not equal, so B is not my answer. For C, 12 times 8. Okay, so if we don't know what 12 times 8 is, we can just work it out here. 2 times 8 is 16. Put my 1 up here. 6 down here. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. So 12 times 8 is 96. Now I have to do 16 times 7. If I don't know, I work it out too. So 16 times 7. I multiply 6 times 7 first. I get 42. Put my 4 up here, 2 down here. Then I do 7 times 1. I get 7. Add the 4. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 16 times 7 is 112. These numbers are not the same, and I'm looking for fractions that are equivalent. So C is not my answer. Let's do D. 3 times 8 is 24. 12 times 2 is also 24. These numbers are equal, so that means D is my answer. Okay, number 4. Number 4 is saying, which fraction is equivalent to 3 over 4? Remember, equivalent just means equal. I'm looking to see which one of these fractions here is equal to 3 over 4. To do this, I'm going to do cross multiply. Okay, so I'm going to take my 3, 4, and I'm going to put it next to each of these fractions. Okay, so I'm going to do A. Put 3 over 4 here. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 times 12. Okay, 4 times 12 is 48. Now I'm going to do 16 times 3. If we don't know, we'll work it out. So 16 times 3. I do 6 times 3 first. I get 18. Put my 1 up here, 8 down here. Then I do 3 times 1. I get 3. I add my 1. I get 4. Okay. These numbers are both 48. So A might be my answer because I'm looking for a fraction that's equivalent to 3 over 4. A just might be it. I'll put a question mark. Let's do B now. 3 over 4 next to it. 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 5 is 20. These numbers are not the same, so B is not my answer. Let's do C. 3 over 4. 20 times 3 is 60. 4 times 8 is 32. These numbers are also not equal, so C is not my answer. Let's do D. 3/4. 16 times 3, I already solved it up here. It's 48. 4 times 9 is 36. These numbers are also not equal. The only fractions that have numbers equal are A. They both have 48. So A is my answer. Okay. Number 5. What number should go in the box to make the fractions equivalent? Remember, equivalent means equal. So I need to make both these fractions equal. And if you see here, there's an equal sign in the middle. I need to make them equal. So for this problem, I'm also going to do cross multiply. Okay. So I don't know what number's in this box, so I can't multiply this yet. But I do know 10 and 3. So 10 times 3 is 30. If 10 times 3 is 30, I have to put something in this box that if I multiply it by 6, it will also give me 30. So what times 6 will give me 30? That will be 5. So the only way these fractions will be equal is if there's a 5 in this box, because 5 times 6 will give me 30. So my answer is 5. When you put 5 in the grid, you just put it closest to the decimal. Okay. Number 6. Which number sentence below is correct? Okay, so if you look at closely, they're comparing fractions. This one's saying they're equal. This one's saying 5/9 is bigger. This one's saying 5/6 is bigger. This one's saying 1/7 is bigger. I need to see which one is correct. To do this problem, I am also going to do cross multiply. Okay. I need to see which number sentence is correct. So A is telling me that 1/2 is equal to 4/9. Let's see if that's true. 2 times 4 is 8. 9 times 1 is 9. They have different numbers. They are not equal. A is not my answer. B is telling me that 5/9 is bigger than 2/3. Let's see. 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 9 is 18. Okay. 2/3 has the bigger number. It has 18 next to it. So really, 2/3 is bigger than 5/9, but that's not what this says. So B is not my answer. Let's do C. C is telling me that 5/6 is bigger than 4/5. So let's see. 6 times 4, 24. 5 times 5, 25. Okay. So if you look, 5/6 has the bigger number. So yes, 5/6 is bigger than 4/5. 25 is bigger than 24. So C might be my answer. Let's do D. D is telling me that 1/7 is bigger than 1/6. So 7 times 1 is 7. 6 times 1 is 6. Okay. If we look, 1/7 has a 6 on it. 1/6 has a 7 on it. 7 is bigger than 6. This is wrong. This is telling me that this fraction right here, 1/7, is bigger, but it's not because 6 is smaller than 7. So my answer is C. Okay. Number 7. Number 7 says, Jody uses the number line below to find an equivalent fraction. Which fraction names the same point as 1/3? Remember, equivalent just means equal. I'm looking for a fraction that equals 1/3. Okay. So I need to see which one of these fractions here, A, B, C, or D, equals 1/3. To do this, I'm also going to do cross multiply. I need to compare my fractions. So first, I'm going to take 1/3, I'm going to put it here. and I'm going to cross multiply to see which one is equal. Remember, if they are equal, they're going to have the same number on top. So 6 times 1, 6. 3 times 1, 3. They have different numbers. They are not equal. It is not my answer. B. 1/3 here. 6 times 1 is 6. 3 times 2 is also 6. They both have the same number. B could be my answer. I'm going to put a question mark. C. Put 1/3 here. 6 times 1 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. They have different numbers. C is not my answer. D. Put 1/3 here. 6 times 1 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. They have different numbers. D is not my answer. My answer is B. They both have the same number, 6 and 6. Okay. Number 8. Number 8 says, Abdul has completed 6 of his 15 homework problems. Which fraction shows 6/15 in simplest form? So they already gave us the fraction. They told us the fraction is 6/15. They want us to put it in simplest form. This means that I'm going to divide and I'm going to use the mat. Okay, so I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to go to my mat. I'm going to put 6 here, 15 here. Now I have to ask myself, what two numbers can I multiply to get 6? So I can do 1 times 6. I can do 2 times 3. For 15, I can do 1 times 15. I can do 3 times 5. And I believe that's it. I'm going to put the numbers in their circles. 1, 6, 2, 3. For 15, I have 1, 15, 3, 5. The numbers they have in common are they both have a 1 and they both have a 3. The biggest number in common is 3. So I'm going to take that 3 and I'm going to divide it by both 6 and 15. Okay, 6 divided by 3. Ask yourself, what times 3 gives me 6? That would be 2. So 6 divided by 3, 2. 15 divided by 3, same thing. What times 3 gives me 15? That is 5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So my answer is 2/5. If I look to see, it is C. Okay. Number 9 is exactly the same way as 3, so I'm not going to do it. It's just repeated. Okay, number 9 was a typo. Last one, number 10. Number 10 says, Ellen has less than 1/2 box of her cereal remaining. Which might be the amount of cereal she has left? Okay, so they're telling me that she has less than 1/2. Okay, I need to find which fraction here, is it A, B, C, or D, is less than 1/2, okay? So I need to find a fraction that if I put it next to 1/2, the alligator is eating the other fraction. Because, wait, sorry, my bad. If I'm comparing these two fractions, I need to find a fraction that where 1/2 is bigger, okay? The alligator is going to be eating 1/2 because I need to find a fraction that is less than 1/2, which means 1/2 will be bigger. I need to find a fraction that's less than 1/2, okay? So I'm going to go through each of them. Let's do A. For A, I have 7/12. And I'm going to compare it to 1/2. Remember, I need to find a fraction that is less than 1/2. Okay? So I'm going to cross multiply. 12 times 1, 12. 2 times 7, 14. Okay. 7 over 12 is more than 1/2 because 14 is bigger than 12. And I'm looking for less. So A cannot be it. Okay. I'm going to do B now. B, I have 5 over 8. I'm going to compare it to 1/2. 8 times 1 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay. 5 over 8 is bigger than 1/2 because 10 is bigger than 8. I'm looking for less than 1/2. B cannot be it. I'm going to do C now. 5 over 10, compare it to 1/2. 10 times 1 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. Well, these numbers are the same. They are equal. I am not looking for equal. I am looking for less than 1/2. C is not my answer. Last one, D. I have 3 over 8. Compare it to 1/2. 3 times 8 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay. So now, 3 over 8 is less than 1/2 because 6 is smaller than 8. And I'm looking for less than 1/2. This is less than 1/2.
Miss Hughes, please report to the front office. Miss Hughes, please report to the front office.
Okay, sorry about that. My answer is D. Okay. Because remember, it's looking for less than 1/2. 3 over 8 is less. It's a 6. 6 is less than 8. Okay. So that means that it would look like this. 3 over 8. The alligator eats the bigger fraction. And that is how we do the review, okay? Please watch the video again. Pause it on areas that you need more help on. With the paper I gave you, please do the review as I am doing it, so that way you are prepared for the test the next day. Okay? Thank you.